Is there sound? Is there anybody out there? Can you hear me? That's weird. Okay, you can hear me. So I was interrupted by a call I didn't want to take, but it's my boss, so I better take the call. I'm on his time, by the way. And apparently there's a backup at the border, at the tunnel and the bridge, so far back that maybe Jake the gamer should go down there and take a look and videotape it for us, because and it's on both sides, not just our side, on the American side too. So something's going on at the border today, where it's 3-hour backup. Imagine a 3-hour backup at the border. So my wife went to Pink Wednesday night at Co-America Park. And Pink, you know who Pink is. And she had no problem getting through the border. But the problem was, it was only $8.50 to get through the, $8.50 to get through the tunnel. Which I thought was weird, because I took that Confederation Bridge over to Prince Edward Island, and there's no toll booths or anything on the New Brunswick side. And when I crossed, not that I wouldn't have paid it anyways, but I was going across regardless, but it was $50.25 to get back to the mainland on the Confederation Bridge. So it's quadruple the price to pay a toll on a Canadian bridge. This makes no sense, than it is to go an international crossing. And that's sad. So if you're ever going to PEI, go to PEI. But it's going to cost you $50.25 to come back. Yeah, the Windsor Cruise is driving downtown right now. You're right. The Ambassador Bridge is, what, 625? We had to cross at the Ambassador Bridge. So the Confederation Bridge is 9 times the amount. And I did say to the person running the toll booth, what happens if you don't have the $50.25 to cross? And she said, well, then you have a problem. You're not crossing. So you'd be held hostage in your own damn country on an island, Prince Edward Island. I don't know how that would work out. But if you couldn't afford it, imagine that. Imagine working in New Brunswick, living in PEI. The toll highway, or the toll bridge, would probably cost you about $3,000 a year to cross. And that's a discount. Sickening. But it's a beautiful, calm day here in Windsor, Ontario. There's no smoke in the air. Some nice clouds. We're not on fire. And this is one of the hottest parts of Canada, okay? Always has been, is where we're at. You're not getting more southern or in Canada than where we're at right now. And we haven't had any crazy weather. The central air hasn't been running 24/7. We haven't had any fires. We've had nice days and we've had rainy days. It's normal. This is normal here. So when you hear the meteorologists saying the boiling point of Canada, this is the boiling point of Canada. It's not reversed where the Northwest Territories is hotter than here. They're wearing winter jackets in the Northwest Territories today, by the way, folks. BC, yeah, they get some crazy, strange weather there. They get the 40 degrees Celsius weather sometimes there, man. A Soyuz is a desert. Yeah, people can't afford to heat their homes, and you just can't put a wood burner in your house and burn wood. That would be too easy. But then the insurance companies won't insure your house and this and that, right? You got a fireplace. You're going to pay a lot more premiums when it comes to heating your house if you're going to go with wood. So they'll get you there. Even though wood's a lot cheaper, they'll hit you on the insurance. But yeah, gas prices are rising. That's a fact. And the only way to get rid of the gas prices from rising is get a new government in that's pro petroleum, and get them pumping them damn wells in Alberta and Saskatchewan. Even Manitoba has the oil wells, okay? Get them pumping. Get the oil out there. People crying in BC at $2 a liter for $2.05 a liter for petrol in BC right now. Well, you voted for the Liberals. And you voted NDP, which are the same. So stop your blood clot crying. Rick said he'll be back at 7 p.m. Good. What time's it now? I can't even see. I'm going blind. Hey, David Doyle. So why'd you get kicked off of Facebook? I heard you got a 90-day ban. That's a big one. What'd you say? What'd you do? What'd you post? 6:52 there? Okay, perfect. So it's 6:52 here. I'm waiting for pizza. I got direct orders to go outside and wait for the pizza. Pizzagate, here we come. They didn't give you an explanation. They never do when it comes to Meta. I was kicked out of the casino for life, and they still didn't give me an explanation. I still don't know what I did. I kind of got a good idea of what I did, but there was a couple of things that I did that night. So they said I can reapply to get back into the casino. I could really care less about the casino. See, Rick will be back at 7 p.m. The fish thing didn't go too well, I guess. It's in prime time. I like that fish at nighttime. Yeah, they said they'd welcome me back later, but I told them to fuck them. No, it was more along the lines of I told them to take their chin diapers off and suck my dick. There's a nice establishment, Caesars Windsor, that will serve you till the point where you're almost barfing. But after 10:30 p.m., there's nowhere to eat in the place. You can't. They call themselves an international resort, but there's no food. What they do have is bags of chips. Seize the day, right? So there's no food, and they call themselves international casino. I call them an international shithole. Plain and simple. If I want to go gambling, I'll go to Niagara Falls. I'll go to Toronto. I'll go to Aurelia. I'll go to Chatham. I don't care. The only thing I'm going to miss from that casino are the workers. The ones that didn't kick me out. But that's what happened, and then they don't like my videos of me winning at their slot machines, because when I win, I'll do a video, and I've been told numerous times. So I don't know if I was kicked out for that, or if I was kicked out for telling their security to take their chin diapers off and suck my dick. Either way, shit happens. I was been going to the casino since the casino was even here. They had Riverboat Casino, they had the Interim Art Gallery Casino, and then Caesars Windsor. So over 25 years I've been going to the casino. Believe me, I've spent a lot of money in that place, and I could really care less. It's 4:52 in Edmonton. Wendy, you're going to end up with a bunch of Yellowknife, we'll call them refugees. Yellowknife refugees. Heard they're all coming to Edmonton, Fort McMurray, Calgary, the closest cities to Yellowknife. You haven't followed the rumblings of it's being, you know what? These cities have been around for 100 years, okay? Not so much Fort McMurray, but look what happened in Fort McMurray. The whole town burnt down, right? So you don't have fire suppression, and that's what I don't get. Especially what I really don't get is places like BC around their cities. The Okanagan Valley, you got Lake Okanagan, and you got all these lakes, you got all this water, but you don't have a fire suppression set up around the cities. Even in Hawaii, you're on the ocean. Why weren't the fire hydrants working? Was that part of the hydro going out? Okay, I get it, 80-mile-an-hour winds. And when you got a fire, that means the fire's moving 80 mile an hour. But you should have some type of fire suppression. You're sitting on the ocean, you're sitting on lakes. If I had the $1 million house on the lake and it was all bush behind me, believe me, out of my own pocket, I would put up fire suppression. Yeah, go see what's going on with Rick. I do have to get off here. I'm just waiting for our pizza to come. I've got to feed the boys at work. Yeah, it seems like sense to cut fire breaks, especially when you have around cities, okay? It's brutal. If I had the $1 million house, which is really nothing in BC, every house is a $1 million house in BC. You know, I'm thinking like it's 1982 again. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, everybody has $1 million when you own a house, especially in BC, right? So if I had the $10 million house, I'd put up fire suppression around my house. $10 million house. The city should have been doing that a long time ago. How many towns have to burn down before they figure it out? You're going to build towns around all the forests. Well, you're going to chop down the forest. You're going to put a town in it, and then it's going to burn down. And guess what? Guess what? The town's going to burn eventually, right? Okay, I got to go, guys. I'm waiting for pizza. I just wanted to cut the monotony of Fred in the fishbowl for you guys, the ones that came on. Thanks for watching. Outie here.